We're all set up here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our JOLT, Just One Little Topic through the Rec Innovation Lab. We are here today with one of the founders of a startup at the Rec Innovation Lab, who's starting a company. It's a virtual reality company for the classroom. And so is that right? Can you tell us a little bit about the company and what that actually means, being a virtual reality classroom, Ray?
Yeah, great. Thanks, Professor Hertz. We started up this virtual reality about a year, almost 2 years ago. And it was really focused primarily at the aspect of trying to help students and professors in on ground and online education in terms of giving them some engagement, some retention capabilities. That's what we were on about, to help the students out, because while they're, even if you have 8 or 9 or 10% dropout rate during a freshman year, we wanted to try to improve that, to make education a better environment, to make it more fun, more engaging. And then COVID hit. And we had to do a bit of a spin on that, because suddenly, how do you get headsets to the students? It's really, really hard. And then, so what you see behind me right now is a video clip that we had recorded during one of our UCLA classes. And what's really neat about this is it allows the introduction of you, not just like a Zoom situation, where we've now incorporated all the features that you would get in virtual space with what you get with conferencing and everything else, voice actuated chat, all that stuff. And so now you can just use our platform and be done with it. But the difference is you actually see the people. You see them walking around. You don't just see this panel, or people have their camera shut off.
So the students are actually, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yep.
The students and the teacher are actually there in that room, that virtual room, working together, walking around in a classroom?
Absolutely. And the students they have a few capabilities. We do that on purpose. The whole point is that what we would prefer is that you have a headset and you put it on, because when you have that headset on, what you're doing is you're now engaged in that classroom completely. You're not playing with your computer or your phone or whatever else.
Right.
You're actually in the class watching what the professor is asking you to do. The professor is engaged, right? Because they're also showing you stuff. As you can see, it's moving. It's not a static scenario. Oh, let me just do this presentation and just talk to you for 30 or 40 minutes.
Right, which is it can be difficult when you're so separated from the students to see whether or not they're paying attention, they're not on their phones or doing something else. So yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No problem. So that we're trying to help everybody out. We really do believe that we have a mechanism to help students for engagement, for professors in terms of observational skills. I can see where those you can see where the students are looking. You can see where they are and what they're about. And then, so if you've got, if you're just kind of looking across your classroom like you would as a normal professor, you would see that, okay? And that's the point, is we want to give you your observational skills back into engagement and retention.
Now, when people hear virtual reality, it can seem intimidating, especially if you're not a technical person. And do you think this is going to be an obstacle to overcome with students and with teachers moving forward?
It might, honestly, because as we've seen in COVID, the professors, especially in higher ed, they're very reluctant generally to move to technology, and I get it. I've seen where 10, 15, 20 minutes of class, as we've seen, can be spent in terms of trying to get people up on the side of technology and running, and then you get to your class. And that's unfortunate. So I can't say that won't happen, but what I can say is that cell phones were a big deal, and hard to use and all that, and now everybody uses them. So if you just give us a chance, what I'm saying is that I think this is a killer app in VR. And I think that once people really understand how this is used, it's either going to be us or somebody else.
Yeah.
This is what is going to be in education, because there's no guarantee that we're not going to have this again, or we're not going to have a continuation of what COVID is about. So you may have a separation of both in on ground, what we call on ground and classroom, or online. And in some respects, maybe we can make it better, okay, and help you out.
I agree. I mean, do you think this is the future then? Is this the future of
This is
education?
absolutely, this is absolutely, I'm sorry to cut you off. This is absolutely the future.
I agree.
And because think about it, we can teach anyone anywhere in the world and show them. And the other thing is, I don't have it on this clip, unfortunately, but we have portals and we can take you to the London Bridge. We can take you. We took a class. I remember that we took one of our classes, the trial classes, this fall to London Bridge. I'm sorry, to London on the bridge, and one of the students said, "This is my first time in London." So it's just great. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. I love that. That was one of my favorite things when we were beta testing this. I love that we could go different places in the world together as a class. It's kind of fun. It's like a field trip. It's like a field trip. Virtual.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Very cool. So tell us, this, obviously you're starting this business. It's an ed tech business. You're starting it in an incubator on a college campus through the Rec Innovation Lab. Was that intentional? Did you think I want to be in the in the education space when you started this?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
are there any benefits?
Yes. So the takeaway is I'm back to being a student in a 2-year school. All right, and I've gone through the entire ranks of education before me. So I'm actually an attorney. I've been an engineer, software engineer for many years, and then I became an attorney, and now I'm back to 2-year student. But the reason is,
Ray, we see that a lot at 2 year. Those lifelong learners, they come back. But anyways, sorry.
Absolutely, and they should. But the beauty of it, one of the reasons I absolutely wanted to do this was to join the Rec, because the incubator there actually had a VR lab, which just as we got in was closed down. But the point is that there are community capabilities, and so for the cost of being in this incubator, this is a no-brainer. It could have gone to Evo Nexus, or it could have gone to these other places. But the choices are here. This is less expensive. There's no percentage taken out, and I just missed the camaraderie that would have been great had we been available in the COVID. But I think even in this space where we're COVID restricted at the moment, it's worked really, really well to the best that it could.
Do you think are there any benefits though of it being on a college campus? Have you
okay, so here's the big giveaway. The big giveaway for anybody who's really listening to this is that being on a campus, any campus, is incredibly important. Why? Because you have connections to people who are very skilled, the professors in their spaces who have knowledge in their space, and you can use that, whether it's finance or specific technology or whatever. So if you can get on an incubator inside of a university near you, you should, or a school or whatever, you should absolutely do that, because if you're not, because if you look at the boards, and I'm also on Tech Coast Angels, but if you look at a lot of the boards, what do you see? You see a lot of professors, you see a lot of people who are known for what they are to enhance what that startup is, and to show that they have people who are qualified. So absolutely, if you have an opportunity to get on any college campus of any incubator and you're not doing it, it's a no-brainer in my opinion.
So I wanted, we just have about a minute left, but I wanted to give you a chance to share anything that you'd like about virtual reality, augmented reality, the future of education. What do you think is just so important that people take away today?
So the biggest challenge, I think, and in a way, we've become a big petri dish, right, for what remote learning and education and even socialization is like in this kind of environment. We're not just going to jump back to where we were, unfortunately, because there's people with immune compromised and all that, and they're going to be, and we need to take care of those people. So the challenge is that now what we're doing VR is showing people how we move to the next step, because sometimes not all of us can be in that space. And so when people talk about hybrid classes, it's really hybrid socialization across the plane. And so if I want to be able to talk and see and do things together with a group of people, this is the way I would end up doing it.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this. I can't, I'm excited about the future of education. These challenges, yes, they've been difficult, but I think
No,
that,
I will tell you one more thing, if I have
yeah,
a few seconds left.
go
With
ahead.
AR technology coming up, the new glasses, what's going to happen is right now, on purpose, we have the students, as you can see, being very uniform because we want to keep it as a safe space, right? And
I
then
love,
so you're all basically the same. But when you look to the future for what we're going to do for socialization, you may be in a situation where socially with your friends, you want to use AR glasses. All right. And what's going to happen is it's going to insert you as you look with your friends all in a room that may be made up. And that's where we're heading. That's what the
wow.
original question was. And
Ex-
I'm looking forward to that future. And that is within 5 years, people. We're
That's
almost
exciting.
there.
That's exciting. I can't wait. Well, thank you so much for being with us here today, Ray. This was a fun little look into the world of virtual and virtual reality, especially in the classroom. I'm looking forward to it, and I know a lot of people are as well. And thank everybody for joining us today on Jolt. We will see you again in the next JOLT, Just One Little Topic on Monday morning. Thanks, Ray. We'll see you again soon. Bye, everyone.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.